auctions for opener, and then we'll look at reverses by responder. Tom asked a very good question during the break, and that would pertain to an auction that would look something like this. And it was, what about if there's interference? Is it a reverse? So let's say you open a club, and it goes past, and partner bids a spade, and now this person in the advancer seat gets in with 2 diamonds. So the question is, if you bid 2 hearts at this point, is it still a reverse? And the answer is yes, it is still a reverse. Think about all of the different things that you could do, right? Mm-hmm. If you have 3 spades, you can use your support double here. If you have 4 spades, you can raise spades. If you have a strong hand with 4 spades, you could jump raise spades. If you have extra club length, you might bid 3 clubs. Most minimum hands that don't have a long club suit or a spade fit should just be passing here, right? And I've talked with a lot of people about this, and in fact, one of my other students found an article. I can't remember where she got it. She gave me a copy. It's called something like The Virtue of Passing. People are so tempted. They want to bid when they shouldn't bid. And doing what we would call, bidding the same values twice. The moment that there is a bid by the advancer, what is absolutely guaranteed? Your partner will get another chance to bid, right? The auction won't end. And so whenever your partner, as soon as there's a bid here on your partner's left, once your partner is guaranteed that they're going to have another chance to bid something, there is no urgency for you to bid unless you have something important to say about your hand. And so if you have a minimum balanced type of hand that does not have a fit with your partner, the best thing you can do is pass. I guarantee you, if your partner has anything over there, they're not going to just let this die at 2 diamonds. I mean, you opened and your partner responded, and unless your partner has an extremely weak response, they're not going to be inclined to sell out to 2 diamonds. So pass and tell partner, hey, I don't have a spade fit. I don't have clubs that I can rebid at the 3 level. I don't have a reverse, because I do think 2 hearts is still a reverse here. Just pass and say that you have a pretty ordinary minimum opening hand, and then you can come back and bid when your partner reopens the auction if you want. So I do think that's a reverse. And the same would be true if partner had passed the first time. What if the auction went this way? And instead of a pass in the direct seat, we got a spade overcall. And it went pass, pass. So 2 hearts, I think you need a hand that is worthy of reverse to bid 2 hearts. In fact, all the more reason, right? Because your partner didn't bid and your partner may have nothing. Now, there's one difference about reversing in this kind of situation, which is what? Is it forcing? No, it's actually not, right? Your partner passed the first time. If your partner's sitting over there with 3 points and has a singleton club but 4 hearts, and they're like, oh, hey, this is a better spot, absolutely they can pass 2 hearts. Because they didn't bid the first time. They showed no values. If your partner had 4 hearts and anything over there, wouldn't they try to squeak out a negative double maybe? So, take that into consideration. Your partner did not have a bid. So either your partner is extremely weak,
they could have doubled to show hearts.
That's just it. They could have a negative double, or they could do other things. Or if they had a spade stopper, maybe they bid a no trump. I mean, your partner had an opportunity to do things. It's not like it's that hard for your partner to find a bid after a spade overcall, and they passed. So they probably really are fairly weak.
So if you did that, you probably would want to be 5-5, not 5-4, knowing that your partner might not.
No, you're only promising 5-4. You're only promising normal reverse shape, but you do need the strength because partner might take you back to 3 clubs, right? And you've got to be prepared to play 3 clubs opposite what could be a pretty weak dummy. So yeah, all that we're asking is that you have full values here, or like one of the hands that we looked at before, like 6-5, compensating distribution. That's all. We don't want you doing this on some, random 13 or 14 count that happens to have 5 clubs and 4 hearts. We want you to have a better hand than that. The other thing is, take a situation like this. You don't necessarily have to take a suit preference or go through a weakness signal or fail to go through a weakness signal. Sometimes you can just do, hopefully, what you think you should do. So partner opens a club and you're 4-4 in the majors and you actually have a 12 count. Okay, so you're going up the line, right? You bid a heart. Opener reverses to 2 diamonds. What do you do next? I mean, there are lots of things you could do. Is it going to accomplish anything to introduce your spades? Probably not, because the openers can't have 4 spades, right? Your partner has at least 9 cards in the minors. If they had spades, they would either be bidding 1 spade or with a strong hand, jump shifting to 2 spades. They didn't do that. So you don't have an 8-card spade fit.
So do you do 3 clubs to force them to bid because you'd rather play 3 no trump out of their hand?
You could bid 3 clubs, and that would be game forcing. But if your partner doesn't have a spade stopper, might you not be putting your partner under some pressure here? Because that's the unbid suit.
She doesn't.
I do that on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Because I want it played out of her hand. That was the key to my whole thing, was play it out of her hand. She'll be playing it.
So, how about just bidding where you think you belong, right? You are more than prepared for a spade lead. In fact, your spades are noticeably better than your hearts because you have ace jack 10. You are absolutely prepared for the defense to lead a spade into your hand. No reason not to bid 3-no right now. If your partner is really distributional, like 6-5 in the minors with a heart void or a spade void, they don't have to sit for 3-no. You'll say, hey, I want to be in game, which you do with your 12 points opposite the reverse. I have a spade stopper. You definitely want to have a spade stopper when you bid the other 3 suits. And spade, in fact, spades is your best suit. I think you would like a spade lead. And if opener if opener is like 6-5 in the minors or something like that, and is and perhaps interested in slam, they can always remove 3-no and say bid 3 diamonds. That would convey 6-5. Or maybe they're 6-4 or 7-4 and they bid clubs.
They'd have
So
to do 4 diamonds.
What's that?
They'd have to do 4 diamonds. That's
Oh
insufficient.
yes, 4 diamonds.
Director.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So removing 3-no, I think would say no. I'm super distributional in the minors. Let's not play 3-no. But you'd still be in a game force. And look, you're looking at the ace of diamonds, right? So I mean, partner. What does partner have for a reverse over there? Well, probably really good clubs. Right? Probably solid clubs or close to it. Probably ace, king, queen or something like that. And you're looking at the ace of diamonds, so they can only have at most 6 points in the diamond suit. And they've shown this minor suit oriented hand. Certainly not hard to envision minimum reverse hands from partner where we would be able to make 6 of a minor pretty easily. But go ahead and offer 3-no. Because if you're not going to slam, 3-no is probably the game you want to be in, right? If partner's sitting over there with solid clubs, that club suit's going to run for you in no trump and produce a lot of tricks, right?
So they go to 4 diamonds. What do I do?
So after 4 diamonds, I think you have, because of the reverse, because the clubs are longer, even with 3 little, I think you have a club preference, right?
So I do 5 clubs.
So you could bid 5 clubs. I don't know. You might try 6 clubs at that point. Wouldn't be unreasonable. A partner will probably pass 5 clubs. It may not take you for this good of a hand, so. The partner's not interested in slam, they're more likely to just sit for 3-0, right? So. Let's talk for a minute here about reverses by responders, because, well, a reverse by responder is different and yet the same. How's that for speaking in tongues? So if a responder reverses, and this auction actually came up on Friday night, not for me, it was my opponents playing in the Friday night game over at Metro, and they had an auction that started something like this. So I would ask you, so we should have a pretty good idea of what opener has, right? Clubs was their longer minor. All right. And they rebid a no trump, so now it's just probably a balanced minimum, right? 12 to 14. But now it's responder who has bid the higher ranking suit, because they started with the diamond and now they're bidding spades, and they had to go to the 2 level to bid the spades. So as far as how it looks like a reverse, right? What does responder have?
Distributional and a game force.
Okay, so you might ask yourself, well, if responder had a 4-card major, why didn't they bid it? And the answer is, when you're game forcing, you always want to bid out your pattern as accurately as possible. Responder could have a really good hand with 5 or 6 diamonds and 4 spades. And the best way to, and if you started with a spade, and I'm trying to think, this was actually responder's hand. Pretty nice hand, lots of controls in there. Good diamond suit, ace, king, 10, 9, 6. Couple of side aces. I can envision some fairly minimum opening hands that partner can have that would produce slam. Now, if we have a slam, it's probably in diamonds, right? Because that we could probably pull off even if opener had a doubleton. On this particular hand, the opener actually had a very good doubleton, Queen Jack doubleton. They ended up playing 3-0 making 5, but they actually have 12 tricks in diamonds. Not the easiest slam to get to. But if you pick up a hand like this and partner opens a club, and you're so honed in on the majors that you bid a spade first, you are never going to get the message to partner that you have these great diamonds, right? Because if you try and get caught up by bidding your diamonds later, it's not going to work. In fact, on this type of auction, it's actually going to be a problem. Because if it goes a club, a spade, a no trump, what's 2 diamonds by you? It's new minor forcing, right? It's not even natural. So if you know you're going to game and the moment partner opens a club and you have 14 points, good 14 points, 15, right? Good 15 points, you know you're going to game somewhere. And you might have slam enters. So if you know that you could make forcing bids later and you know that you're going to game, you always want to bid out your pattern. So when you have a 4-card major but you have a longer diamond suit and partner opens a club, you can always start with a diamond. Yes, initially your partner is going to think that you don't have a 4-card major. And in fact, opener is not required to bid a 4-card major. If they have a balanced minimum, they normally bid a no trump. Does everybody know that this no trump here doesn't deny holding 4 hearts or 4 spades?
Yes.
It doesn't. Because usually when your partner bids a diamond, they don't have a 4-card major. So you say, okay, you don't have a 4-card major? All right, well, I have one or both 4-card measures, but my hand's balanced, so I'm gonna bid a no trump anyhow. All right? And the reason you can get away with that is because if you actually have a 4-4 spade fit, you won't miss it. Because responder could reverse, and if you had 4 spades that you concealed previously, you could raise, right? So if we had a spade fit, we could still find it. So the answer to what is a responder, what is a reverse by responder? It's natural. It patterns out your hand. You're just trying to give shape. And the only difference on your high cards is that it's just game forcing. It doesn't promise 17, right? I said opener, we're usually talking 17 plus points. Responder, it could be 13 or 14 or, just whatever you deem enough to force the game, opposite a partner who already opened the bidding. Frankly, the reverse by responder is a lot easier than the reverse by opener because you don't need to worry about, you don't have all these follow-up bids where partners making you bid when you're weak and all that. You already know you're going to game, right? So this is a lot, really a lot easier. But that's really that's really all there is to the reverse by responder. Now, in this particular hand, like I said, opener did have a fairly minimum opening, but had Queen Jack Doubleton of diamonds. They ended up playing 3-0, took 11 tricks. But if you were going to be in slam, you wouldn't want to be in 6-0, you'd want to be in 6 diamonds. Anybody have any questions over anything we've done today?
Love it.
But I definitely hope that you're getting into a zone where you are comfortable with your reverses, and they come up sometimes. They don't come up a lot necessarily, and so it's when you're dealing with something that doesn't come up on a real regular basis. I know it's it can be a little tricky to remember everything, but ultimately we are bidding naturally, right? I mean, other than that little leave-and-solish thing by responder after a reverse, everything else was natural, right? So we're just bidding out our shape. Let me see, what do we have? I have boards for 3 tables, but we only have 10 people, so I suppose we should probably gather around 2 tables.
We have 11. We have 11 with use 12.
Oh, we do? Okay.